Hello. 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 There we go. Alright, looks like we're live. How's everyone doing today? Sonic Superstars? What's Sonic Superstars? Summer Games Fest just announced some games. Wait, did something just happen that I missed? I went out for some Popeye's chicken. What did I miss? New Sonic game. Hold up. Let me look at this. Go to Twitter. Sonic Superstars arriving fall 2023. So it's just an HD classic Sonic game? You can do lots of grinding. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, I imagine. Who else? Amy! Co-op. Pixelation. They're all Pac-Man ghosts now. They brought back Fang. Oh well, thanks for spoiling that. I haven't gotten that far in the trailer yet. I see a version of the Death Egg robot. Yeah, there's Fang. Okay, neat. Alright. Sick. He's at the beginning, you missed it? I missed him? I saw him at the end. Turn the music on to smudge too. Okay. He was at the beginning and at the end. Oh, okay, I missed him. I missed him in the beginning then. Oh well. Okay. Shall we get started with heavy weapons? I think we should. Yeah. So this is the pose that Felicia Fan and I kind of composed last stream. I sketched it out, kind of adjusted it a little bit because the actual pose didn't quite fit for the thumbnail, so I did make some adjustments to it, but that's fine. It was mainly there for a reference. Alrighty. So wait, this new Sonic game's coming out. Is this going to be coming out before or after the remaining Frontiers DLC? Because how much of the DLC are we still missing for Frontiers? Because I know we haven't gotten the playable character thing, like the new playable characters thing yet. We're still waiting on the second DLC? Oh, wow. Thought I was a little further along than that. You pray for when I get to Master Chief. If I'm real on that one, like if I'm gonna be perfectly real, Source Filmmaker is gonna make that one so much easier, and I'm probably gonna end up super tracing that one. Like I'm probably gonna just find a model in Source Filmmaker, pose it how I want it to be posed, and then just trace that one. Because with how intricate that armor is, I don't think I'm ever gonna like be able to just properly draw it traditionally and be happy with it, so I'm probably gonna super cheat for that one, but we'll see. Because I did find a Master Chief model in Source and Filmmaker, so it is possible. I found one for Raiden as well, so I may end up doing that for the same thing for him, depending on how it goes. Hope you guys don't mind me cheating. Just don't tell Mom. Don't narc, guys. What model did I use? The one from, I think it was the one from Infinite. For that one, it probably will matter in terms of what model I use, because I remember like the other day when I posted like some of the poses that I reference poses that I made for characters, a couple of characters that I did, like the Freddy model that I used was having people outright angry at me, and I'm just sitting here like, guys, get over it. Who cares? Here, if I can rest your quarrels real quick. Look. Like over here on the right is the model I used for the reference pose, but you can see how much different it looks compared to the actual sketch that I used. It's just a reference pose. You guys need to chill. It's not that big a deal. What is so like the model looks a little different compared to like what we see from Freddy nowadays, but why is it so infamous? Like, who cares? What's like the what's the backstory here that I'm missing? And even after I learn it, I promise you I'm still not gonna care. Because he looks goofy? Who cares? It's just because it was like an early model that was made in the fandom. Like, again, it's like people are making too big a deal about it. Like, I just find there to be way more important things to get mad about. That's just me, though. Don't worry, BJ, the fan base got mad at the trailer over Red Eyes. Yeah, I saw that too. Again, people just learn to be mad at things that are actually important, guys. You can criticize, but there's no reason to get angry. Am I doing Freddy today? Ideally. Depends on how long. Depends on how long it'll take for me to get done with Heavy. Ideally, I'd like to get Freddy done today, because I am quite behind on my thumbnails here. Top it off, once again, family made another surprise vacation on me for the end of the month for 4th of July, so there's gonna be another whole week where I'm not gonna be here. So I gotta try to get as much as I can get done before then. I'm already so behind on everything else as it is. But I would like to see my father, so it is what it is, I suppose. Fang the Sniper or Knack the Weasel? Where did the name Knack the Weasel came from? Because I know that is a name that Fang also went by, but I feel like I never hear of it. That also said, while I'm currently drawing them, I never actually knew, what are these supposed to be wrapped around the Heavy's torso? Like, these are bullets, right? Like, these are like spare bullets? Or are they something else? Because I'm sure the bullets that go inside of a minigun are pretty big. A bullet bandolier? Bandolier? I'll take your word for it. I know so little. I know so little about firearms. I care so little about firearms. Bandolier. Bandolier. Second Amendment. You know what the funny thing about the Second Amendment is? It doesn't actually protect your rights to own guns. It protects militias' rights to own guns. That's the part that people tend to either forget or try to ignore. Are any of you in a militia? Are any of you a part of the police force? The army? Anything that constitutes as a militia? Anyway, yeah, Sonic Superstars. So, I've never really cared for playing the classic Sonic games myself. I've never really been into them. But things I would like to see for this game. First off, hoping it looked like it already kind of looks like it from the trailer itself. But I'm hoping that we start getting more unique levels and not just reused, Green Hill for the umpteenth time. Because I know that was a big thing with like Mania. Like a lot of people really liked the new original levels in Mania, but not so much the reused ones from older games. And then yeah, I'm curious if they're gonna add more playable characters. Like, yeah, we see Fang, but will Fang be playable is the question. Playable Metal Sonic, that'd be cool. Were Bark and Bean in the trailer? I didn't see them. What are we talking about? I guess, yeah, this brand new Sonic game that was just announced called... What was it called again? Sonic Superstars? It's like a brand new classic Sonic game, but with HD graphics, HD 3D graphics. Using the old classic Sonic designs. It probably is safe to say at this point that, like, whenever they want to make a classic Sonic game, they're going to stick to the classic designs, and then whenever they want to make a modern one, they'll just stick to the modern designs. That's a pretty safe bet. And honestly, not a bad idea. Like, help differentiate the two different gameplay genres. I find it funny how similar the Sonic and FNAF fandoms are. I feel like the Sonic fandom, for the most part, has calmed down. It was definitely really bad back in the day. Like, back when I was in, like, high school. But I feel like lately it's calmed down. As for the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom, I couldn't really tell you because I'm not a Five Nights at Freddy's fan to begin with, so I don't keep up with. I really don't see what their fandoms do. I heard about like the Red Eyes thing, and that just made me laugh. It's like New Super Mario Bros. As well as Kirby Return to Dreamland. Yeah, kind of. It's kind of that, yeah, that same kind of principle, or I guess whatnot. The return of a classic formula game in HD graphics. Well, HD with regards to Mario Bros. Because the first new Super Mario Bros. Game was on the DS. So it was 3D graphics, but it certainly wasn't HD graphics. Oh, we got a Spider-Man release date. Well, when is it? Yeah, because the Summer Games Fest, I completely missed it because I was out getting chicken. I guess when it happened, I didn't even know it was happening. Like, I didn't see any announcements or anything. So I just missed that boat entirely. It's like I spent a good chunk of the morning playing more Octopath Traveler 2. Then I worked on some different art stuff, both for thumbnails and for movesets. Then I went to go get chicken, and now I'm here. So I pretty much was not online today. You love the video I made about Ashley from WarioWare? I'm glad you like it. What do I think of the Emmys from Metroid Dread? Like, what do I think about them in terms of what? Like, in terms of moveset potential or just in general? Because just in general, I don't really care. Moveset potential, I'm sure they work fine. Like, you can probably just make a moveset out of like all the different ability, like make a super Emmy, the super scroll of Emmys, who just has the like one Emmy that has the power of every single Emmy. Probably the simplest way to go about that. In other words, it'd be an amalgamation character. That's an idea, anyway. Because I know a big thing with the Emmys was that defeating the Emmys was how Samus unlocked various powers. Because the Emmys themselves had those powers. Emmy feels more like a stage hazard to me. I mean, so was Ridley there for a bit. Ridley was also a stage hazard there for a little while. Curious how many of you guys remember that. Why do I sound off? Like the mic is broken? Do I sound off? Hello? Do I sound off to anybody else? Some people are saying no, some people are saying yes. Well, which is it? That's not very helpful. Oh, got it. Okay. Got a little confused there what was happening with that handle, but I see what's happening. What do I think of modern AI? I think where it currently is now, it is more detrimental than anything else. My father and I actually had this discussion the other day when he and I went out for dinner. Because he brings up a good point about how... Because I know, obviously, a big thing that people are scared of with modern AI is how it could potentially be taking away jobs from real people. That technically isn't a new thing, because there have been lots of times in history where, you know, technology would advance, but that would cause people to lose jobs as a result. Like, to use Octopath Traveler actually as an example that talks about this, how... when newspapers were first a thing, everyone had to manually write down the news on every individual page of newspaper that they wanted to sell. And then when the printing press was, you know, invented, that allowed people to just, you know, only have to write the newspaper once and then print the rest with copies, a lot of people probably lost their jobs because they no longer needed that many people to have to keep writing all the newspapers. The difference here, though, with the AI, specifically art AI anyway, requires human input in the first place. And what I mean by that is, I'm not talking about how you can just like type it all in there and wazam or whatever. For the current art AI, for it to work, it effectively Frankenstein's art. So like it'll find a bunch of art on the internet and create its own art using bits and pieces from the already created art that other people made. So in order for AI to work at all, it needs human input in the first place, and that's a part of why it's a detriment. It's effectively stealing art from other people to make its own, and it wouldn't be able to work in the first place without those humans. So eventually, by that logic, it would reach a point where if people tried using the AI art to replace real people, it would create a point where even the AI wouldn't be able to create anything else because there's no more people creating anything. You see what I'm saying here? Top it off, currently where AI is right now, it's just, it's not good. The art it makes is generally really poor. And you can kind of tell how soulless it is. You can tell how soulless the art is as well. That's a big thing. I sound deeper? I wonder if that's less... I wonder if that's less my programs and more just my voice. Because as you guys know, my voice tends to do weird things, like, on its own. Like with my accent. Like, sometimes my accent will be thick, other times it just won't be. I don't know. I mean, so long as it's not bothering anybody, it shouldn't be that big a deal. I would hope. Like, so long as you guys can still hear me, that's all that matters. I suppose the only way we'd know for sure is if, like, if Brian or Brandon or somebody hopped into the call, because I do have a call going, but just no one's in it. And if they hopped in, and if they sounded different, then it probably is something with the program. But if they don't, though, it's either just my voice or my mic. So, I don't know. How would a moveset for Plock be? I don't know who Plock is. The fruit we can't talk about? What are you talking about? I sound crusty? Here, give me a second. Let me listen to my feedback real quick, and I'll see. Here, give me a second. Let me listen to my feedback real quick, and I'll see. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really sound different to me, but that's probably just because I'm currently listening. This is just how I hear myself talking, so I'm not sure. Has there been a moveset that introduced you to a game that I liked? Yeah, multiple. Devil May Cry is one. Never would have played the PlayStation 5, the Insomniac Spider-Man if it weren't for that moveset, and I'm mad that I didn't play it sooner because that game was amazing. Clock is a 2D platforming game for the NES. Oh, that's probably why I never heard of them then. If he's like one of those obscure games, then yeah, then it'd be like that. My favorite class in Team Fortress 2? It's between Scout and Spy. Which hypothetical moveset am I most proud of? I don't really have a singular one that I'm proud of. I don't post them if I'm not happy with them in the first place. There's a lot that I definitely change now, but like in the older movesets, we've talked about that here and there, but like I don't really keep track of like which one I'd be most proud of or not. Also, mainly because I just don't like Pride in general. I get having pride in your work, but like, I personally try not to put too much merit into that, because I feel like all that will do is just create arrogance. And it's like, I don't care how good you are at something, like, if you're arrogant, like, it makes me not want to care how good you are at it. Alright, that's just not working. My least favorite Team Fortress 2 character? I don't think I really have one. I thought they were all fun to play with. There was definitely some that I was better with than others. Like, I was terrible with the sniper just because I'm bad at aiming. It's the reason why I like the scout. I can just run up, because I can just run up on people and just, like, point blank them. Make aiming a lot less tedious. And with the spy, I was able to take my time. Like, if you were actively going into brawls with the spy, you were playing the character wrong. the existence of Team Fortress 2 implies the existence of Team Fortress 1? Yes, there was a Team Fortress 1. Which Five Nights at Freddy's character do I think would be the most fun? Would be the most fun to do a moveset for? I don't think there would be any one that would be most fun. Like, if the character is good, then I think they'd all be fun. Like, I, in general, have fun making movesets. Like, there hasn't been a single time where I didn't enjoy making a moveset. There have been times where I've played bad games while making movesets, and those parts I don't enjoy. But the actual moveset creation itself, I always enjoy. That's why I love doing it so much. Who's a character I'd never make a moveset for? There's a few. Like, let me think. I'll see this real quick. Try this out for size. There we go. No Family Guy characters, no South Park characters. Pico from Pico's School is off limits. Nothing from any pornographic games. Nothing from the game Catherine, because that game just makes me uncomfortable. And I know there's more than that. It's whatever. Yeah, Pico. You may remember Pico from as that one character from Friday Night Funkin'. No Deltarune character. Well, Deltarune isn't off limits. It's just like it's like, because I'm not gonna sit here and never do Deltarune characters. It's just I'm waiting for the game to be finished first. Heck, apparently according to Toby Fox, we should be getting chapters 3, 4, and 5 here sometime this year. Apparently. And I think the game is supposed to have 7 chapters in total, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm not doing anything Deltarune until the whole game is finished. The new Mortal Kombat trailer. You mean the old Mortal Kombat trailer? Mortal Kombat 1. That's how that works, right? Ever seen the trailer for My Adventures with Superman? Yeah, I'm probably not going to watch it, though. It's like anime-fied Superman. Which is neat and all, but I've just never been a Superman fan, so... Like, I've never really watched much of anything with Superman in it. He's a cool character, I just was never interested in him myself. What about Batman? I do like that. I do enjoy Batman a little more. The only Batman series that I actually did watch was the animated series, like back in the day. I never watched Brave and the Bold. I never watched No, actually, I did watch Batman Beyond. That was a good show. That show I enjoyed. But yeah, I was mostly into a lot of the older Batman shows. Thoughts on Demo Night? You mean Demo Man holding a sword? I don't really have thoughts on it. Honestly, even when I played Demo Man, I didn't really use that set. I did stick mainly to like the bombs and such because I liked blowing things up. Who doesn't like blowing things up here and there? If you ever do another Mii Fighter, if I ever do another Mii Fighter move, so you mean just in addition to one from the 3? Are you going to suggest some ideas for alternate costumes or just skip that part entirely? I would just skip that part entirely. It's not much point. They're already fully customizable, so there's not much point in me. Yeah, because their alternate costumes are just however you customize the Miis. So yeah, there's not much point in giving Mii's alternate costumes. Have a good day, Sherry. Don't mind me just building a gun. Brawl fan went out of context. How would Raz play? I've never played Psychonauts, so I couldn't tell you. He would just be a he'd be an Echo Fighter to Ness, right? So that works. Oh, great. Thunder. Again. What is happening with this weather, I swear? It's been awful. Favorite villain from Harry Potter? I don't have one because I don't follow series made by TERFs. And we've talked about this before. Unfortunately, Harry Potter is not really a series you can really like try to pull the art from the artist steal from, because Rowling's made it clear that anybody who supports Harry Potter is supporting anti-trans anti-trans movements. Like, she actively will use the funds from in the royalties that she gets from Harry Potter to support anti-trans movements. Like, she has come out and said that herself, so... Didn't really matter to me in the first place, since... I was really never a Harry Potter fan in the first place. But I do feel bad for those who, like, did grow up with Harry Potter and whatnot, having to kind of go through that. Actually, that does remind me though. What was that guy's name? There was a voice actor recently that got arrested who was from Bob's Burgers because he participated on January 16th, and people are just laughing because apparently the character that he voiced was very much a character that would do that in the first place. It's been a while since I've seen Bob's Burgers, so I don't really remember the context of the character, but I just find that kind of funny. Since we have the Mario voice cast for movies, if there was a better Mario TV show, what if it uses the TV show voice cast? Wait. What are you asking? Repeat that. I don't quite understand what it is you're asking me here. Like, you're asking, like, if they made, like, a TV show based on the movie, you're asking, would they use, like... No. Please repeat your question. I don't quite understand what it is you're asking me here. Oh, thunder is always fun, guys. So once again, if the stream randomly dies, you know why. Am I double jointed at any places? Actually, yeah. My wrists. I can bend my wrists where my palm is touching the bottom of my arm. Why is your lag always wrong? What are you talking about? My lag? That looks painful. It might be for you, it's not for me. I've been able to do that all my life. You ask me a question. Be my guest. Like, you don't need to ask me if you can ask a question, because that's already asking me a question. Just ask the question. The chat is like, oh yeah, that. I don't know how to fix that. I've tried. I have no clue why that does that. And I've actually noticed a lot of people's streams do that. Like, whenever they use Streamlabs. So I think it's just a Streamlabs thing, but I have no clue how to fix it. Best I could think of to do is just to move away from Streamlabs entirely and use a different program, but I'm too lazy. What game do I regret playing? I don't think there's really a game that I regret playing. There's games that I didn't enjoy. But outright regret? Well, I don't know. That thunder's getting... Can you guys hear that? Like the thunder in my background currently? It's getting kind of loud. You can hear that. Oof. It's starting to pour outside. So once again, guys, if the stream randomly dies, you know why. I swear, it's like it was sunny all day, and then just randomly decided to, like, the weather in my area has been so bipolar. It's weird. I have no clue why. Like, it'll be sunny and, like, you know, bright and sunny, and then randomly just start pouring, and the pouring will last for like 5 minutes, and then just stop. Sometimes it'll last a little longer, but usually it's like really sporadic. But it's been so bizarre. Oh, I see what I messed up there. Okay. I see why I confused myself. Well, it is coming down. Jeez. Come on, internet, don't die on me. Just let me stay live. Let me at least finish the heavy. Don't worry, I've been saving. It goes for all of you guys too, though. Don't forget to save. If the stream does die, though, then I'll just finish heavy off screen. We'll do Freddy next time, assuming that even happens. Let's hope it doesn't, guys. Trying to see if this worked or not.
What if you could do SEO smarter and faster? With Wix, you can edit your meta.
Yeah, looks like it worked. Sick. Alright. I'll just continue then. Let me just post on Twitter that I'm back to being live. Let's see if people actually come back. That was the question. Yep, it is back on. The power literally just came back on, Pixelator. What's up, Maniac? How you doing? Yeah, power's back on. And you know what? I didn't want to stop drawing. I'm going to keep drawing because I feel like it. So if you guys want to spread the word, let everybody know who left before, because, you know, my stuff died. So they left, reasonably enough. It is back if they want to come back. In fact, I should probably make a first off, let me do this. I should probably make a little YouTube community post. Just desperate. Power's back, and I want to keep drawing, so please come back! Brandon, let me get a call started. I'm just making a quick little community post. Let everyone know that I'm back online. A little late, but that's how it be. Brandon?
Hello.
Hey Brandon, how you doing?
I'm good.
This is gonna be this is gonna be so confusing for everyone watching back on the VOD. It's just random cutout. So for those watching the VOD and are kind of confused, this is like what? A few hours later?
Your power get cut again?
Yeah, it did. This time it was actually because of a thunderstorm.
My storm I had a few days probably hit your area.
Yeah, like it was really bad. It's finally back on though. So now even if not a lot of people are gonna show up, I want to keep drawing. So I'll just keep streaming.
That's fine.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Had a nap earlier.
Hey. Probably could have napped, but I didn't want to, you know, risk napping and then the power goes back on. Luckily, I was actually home when it happened because I went out, got some Taco Bell, and then as I was eating, after I got home, it came back on.
Exactly 2 weeks.
What's up?
I said exactly 2 weeks. I had to remind myself.
For...
I get older.
Ah, yes. It is your birthday coming up soon. Okay. Also, Brandon, have you had a chance to try out Leafeon yet in Unite? Because it just came out yesterday.
I have not had a chance.
It's actually a lot of fun. Like, Leafeon's kind of a monster for the first time in its life.
What do you mean for the first time in its life?
It's always been bad. Until now.
I guess I could get on Unite real fast.
The sad thing is, like earlier, before my stream cut out, someone who was in the stream apologized for the bad rain, and I was about to make a joke being like, why are you apologizing? Unless you're actually Zeus in disguise! And then my power went out before I could finish the joke.
Oh.
It's like, oh, I hate it here.
Dang. Let's see.
How much longer am I gonna start? I just started back up. I'll probably just stream until I'm finished with Heavy. I wanted to get, Freddy done today as well, but Zeus had other plans. So I'll just finish up Heavy and call it there. Just since it's already kind of late.
Or Mother Nature, either of the two.
Nah, I blame Zeus. Zeus is normally the jerk.
Not Disney Zeus.
That's fake Zeus.
What do you mean fake?
It's fake Zeus. You know it. You know it. That is fake Zeus and you know it.
This is a big update for Pokemon Unite. Good lord.
Yeah, they're adding a lot of things. Like they're now adding the option to make it where you can auto vote no for surrenders. They do also have the option if you want to make it where it only auto knows the first one, but then gives you the option for all subsequent ones. Honestly, man, I tried that, and after just one game, it was like, nah, I'm keeping it on auto no. Play the game. Play it to completion. I don't care if you're gonna lose. I just
honestly, I prefer to just play the games to completion, even if we're getting washed.
Yeah, because like it also gives you the option now to completely hide the surrender vote menu if you have it set to auto now. So I am never going to see that auto no button ever again. Never. That is never appearing on my screen.
Sounds like I need to set that up.
Yes, ideally.
2 more minutes till this update finishes.
Did you see this? Did you see this thing I sent you after your last stream for Heavy? Yes, I forgot what it was though. Let me double check. Oh yeah, the color palette.
Yes, Sebastian, this is live.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, apologies about the stream that's been sitting here for who knows, like for a number of hours, just buffering on this, like looping back the same 5 seconds on my before it cut out. I was originally just going to as soon as the power came back on, just stop the stream and pull it down. But then I was just like, no, I want to keep drawing.
I should have played a joke into that, like making it seem like it wasn't live.
You can for the next person that comes in. If someone else comes in, I'm fairly certain right now, like the stream at this point is going to be pretty light in terms of the viewership. But I'm not surprised. I tried making a couple of posts saying that we're back proper, but most people who probably look at their subscriptions keep probably just seeing the same thumbnail and such and just think, oh, it's just the dead stream. So that's all right. They can watch the VOD later if they want. Which What If game series have I not played yet? What do you mean? Like, are you asking like what game from a series that I covered from a character that made a What If for have I not played? There's a few. It's easy to tell as well. Like if you go back and like look at like at older What Ifs, like when you see like on the game footage, if it shows like a username or someone's username underneath the footage, that means that's borrowed footage that I downloaded off of YouTube, and I'm crediting the original poster. So those are usually games that I were not able to play like at the time. There's less of that now, only because I can actually afford to buy games like to properly make footage. Hey, Crystal Scarlet, yep, it's back on. Power finally came back on. It's Power's literally been out this whole time. I posted a little video earlier showing like how bad the thunderstorm was.
Log on Twitter.com. And if y'all aren't following BJ on Twitter.com, what are y'all doing?
Probably not owning Twitter.
That's fair. That's one possibility.
Because surely everybody who has a Twitter here is following me on Twitter, right? Right?
you see no text over saying right. Metroid Dread is trending.
Why is that trending?
I don't know.
Why would you play Metroid Dread when Tears of the Kingdom is right there?
Because I don't own Tears of the Kingdom.
That sounds like a skill issue.
Yes, it's a skill issue that I don't have money.
Yeah, I was talking about the new Sonic Superstars before the stream cut out. Brandon, you heard about that. You heard about that, right?
Yeah, I saw the Summer Games Fest.
I didn't even know there was a Summer Games Fest.
Jeff Keighley was kind of killing it today, in a good way.
Yeah, I was like, I literally ended up watching the trailer at the beginning of the stream, so people got to see my live reaction. Also, someone asked me earlier as well, like, which name I prefer for Fang the Sniper, between Fang the Sniper or Knack the Weasel. Like, Pharaoh actually posted an image, like one of those official, like, help wanted or wanted for whatever images, and it actually shows that technically both are correct. Because, like, if you look at, like, Fang's, like wanted poster, it states, like, wanted Knack the Weasel, aka Fang the Sniper. So it sounds like both are correct, actually.
Yeah, I thought one was just English and one was.
No, like based on the sound of that, honestly, it sounds like there's a chance actually that the name Knack the Weasel might be his real name, and Fang the Sniper might be an alias. Just based on the context of the names.
Yeah, that sounds about right, actually.
Because Knack the Weasel sounds like what you would normally see in general cartoon Sonic characters. Fang the Sniper sounds like an edgy deviant art name that someone gives to themselves. when they wanna sound cool. Because let's be real here, Knack the Weasel does not sound that intimidating. You struck me as someone who would be a graphic design major for college. I was an animation major, though I did take graphic design classes. So I guess I technically minored in graphic design. But I was mostly an animator by trade.
So, any thoughts about the Final Fantasy trailer? Which one?
See, I didn't actually watch the Summer Games Fest, so if there were other stuff shown off, I don't know what they are. Maniac mentioned earlier that we got a release date now for Spider-Man.
Yeah. So you're talking Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Oh, did we get new stuff on that?
Yeah, we did.
Sick. What'd it show?
New gameplay elements, new story elements.
Ooh.
And that beginning part of the trailer, stuff's about to go down.
I mean, it's Final Fantasy VII. Stuff is gonna go down.
Well, no, I mean in a way that, like, whew. Just watch the trailer, you'll see.
I'm sure I'll see Max talk about it later on his YouTube channel. Assuming he didn't already post a video. I haven't been able to check.
I mean, he streamed his reaction, so, I mean...
So I'm sure that'll be up on YouTube later.
Yeah. The prize machine has been unlocked.
Yeah, that. So it's like a new kind of gacha. But I'm not really sure how good it's going to be. We'll see.
Oh, I got it.
Well, it gives you the first one free. After that, it's going to be a little more blah.
Well, I put one in that was +1, and then I put another one that was +10, so I'm like, oh, okay, I got it immediately.
Well, yeah, that first one they give for free.
Ooh, there's Hollowware here that I can aim for.
Yeah, good luck getting it.
I can just keep throwing stuff in like every day until.
Well, the problem is the prizes reset after 24 hours, and you can only throw 2 balls every 12 hours.
And it's not like you can like just keep playing and get more chances to throw like you could with the other gacha.
If you pay money, I guess.
I'm going for the Sylveon. I'm going for the Sylveon. +1, yay. +1, yay.
Nicolas Cage. Wait, Nicolas Cage appeared during the festival?
Oh yeah, he's a playable character in Dead by Daylight now.
That's funny.
Yeah. I'm upset because there were more details about Sonic Superstars that came out in regards to like what we can expect, and it's suffering from Kirby's Return to Dreamland syndrome.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's local only.
Oh, well. I don't care.
But I mean, I shouldn't care, but this just seems like another drop ball opportunity.
Hey there, Ozma. How you doing? where it just got restarted. Technically, it just resumed because I have my stream set up to only actually end the stream when I tell it to, and when my power went out, I wasn't able to tell it to. I even like posted like a tweet earlier on Twitter saying like, how do you stop streams from your phone? And you can't. So the stream was just sitting here dead all this time until I finally got it to reboot. Well, not reboot, just resume. Like literally, like as soon as I was able to get my computer back on and internet back, I literally just turned OBS back on and just resumed where I was.
Let's see if Leafeon's in the EV Appealorama.
It is. If you've been doing the other ones, then you should have like a 50-50 chance to get it.
I wonder if there's
Let me repeat this. I'm not talking about a TV show based on a movie. I'm talking about voice actors from TV shows like Tom Kenny, Rob Paulson. It's for a better TV show.
So...
Oh, wait. So, I remember. Because you brought this up earlier. You're talking about specifically like if they made a TV show for Mario. You're saying that they should bring in voice actors that we see mainly in television shows as opposed to like the movie actors. That's what you're saying. Well, generally the reason why we see, what we consider professional television actors compared to movie actors is because the television actors tend to go for cheaper. That's usually the reason. So, oops.
The Weather Trio from Pokemon or Ganon's Army? I don't know.
What a bizarre question.
I don't know who would win.
Great new shovel? What? Alright, I'm not gonna use this as the color reference because I don't know. I'm having a hard time associating what goes with what, so I'll just stick with this one. Make it a little easier on myself. A declone series? So what, just decloning Echo Fighters or semi-clones? Some may not need it. Depends.
Ooh, you get Solar Blade. I'm gonna try that.
Solar Blade, okay, first off, never pick Aerial Ace. Leaf Blade all the way. Leaf Blade's just better in every way. Solar Blade and Razor Leaf are both really good. I'm kind of leaning towards Razor Leaf myself, but you're not hard pressed if you go Solar Blade. Just be sure to not spam your basic attack so much if you go Solar Blade.
Why? Does it get stronger if you don't attack?
Leafeon's ability is Chlorophyll. When it's not hiding in the grass, you'll see a little gauge slowly build up on it. And when it's full, it moves faster. And its next basic attack becomes a boosted dash, where you automatically dash into an opponent and attack them. The thing is, though, when your Chlorophyll gauge is full, Solar Blade normally has a charge, but if it's full, it comes out instantly.
Oh, so it's like having to hold a power herb.
Yeah. So the idea is that you don't, when you're using Solar Blade, you actually want to use your basic attacks as little as possible. Or at the very least, as little as possible when you're fully charged. Have at it when you're not charged, but when you're fully charged, try to save Solar Blade as your boosted attack.
Okay.
Like Razor Leaf's a bit easier to kind of is a bit more traditional in the fact that you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff, so you can go a bit more ham. But Solar Blade is still very strong. How are we supposed to de-echo Simon and Richter? Well, the funny thing is, it'd mostly be Simon you're de-echoing, since a lot of the attacks actually come from Richter. At that point, if you're making them different for the sake of being different, you would just have to make up a bunch of different attacks for Simon. Unless there's some Castlevania game that Simon's in that I don't know about that, where he does have more unique attacks.
Dang, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, you know, Brandon, if you're going to play, give me your screen.
I'm sorry.
Give me your
Trying to be better about that.
Give me your screen. So I can show it to the rest of the world. Our favorite legendary Pokemon? Mine, honestly, currently I think is Darkrai. Mine tend to fluctuate a lot, but I've been liking Darkrai a lot recently for some reason.
So before I answer that question, what determines like mythicals and legendaries?
Who cares?
I know a lot. I know. I'm just saying because I know people like to consider them different things.
They're not.
They're not.
They're not. They aren't.
Meloetta.
It's like they're not. People will say they are. They're not.
Meloetta. That's my favorite legendary, quote unquote.
People can nitpick all they want about that. They're not different.
I'm just saying that wasn't me asking because I legitimately didn't know.
Yeah, I know. I'm not telling you this. I'm mainly telling the chat this right now. They're not.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying because that was me asking because I know a lot of people like to do that, and I don't know if anyone in chat felt the same way. But yeah, it's Meloetta.
Forgot to re-loop the music, so the music's been off this whole time. Dang it. I fixed it.
I was about to say, can't you hear the music?
Well, it's usually so quiet for me to, because whenever you're in a call, whenever one of you guys are in a call, I tend to turn my speakers down just loud enough so I can hear you guys, but then I tend to end up not being able to hear the music, but I really don't care.
Fair enough.
The music's mainly for the chat.
Fair enough. I think the Ready UI is changed up a bit.
Sorry?
I think the little UI for when people are like readying up has changed a bit too.
Not a bit. It's changed drastically.
Oh, I say a bit, like loosely.
You give me your screen? Give me that screen.
I lost my nitro, so the quality's gonna look trash.
You had nitro in the first place?
Yes. I had nitro for a whole year.
It looks fine to me, so I don't care. Plus, it's gonna be small to the chat, so it's whatever. Where was the thing that I pull up for this? There it is. Cool. Just gotta make sure that I keep it, at least for the most part. Where'd it go? There you are. Visible to me, so that way the chat can still see it. There we go. So now you guys get to watch all the Leafeon action.
I knew a woman who owned a taser. Man, she was stunning.
Ha.
Get them out of the chat.
Ha.
As a matter of fact, I'll do it myself. Nah, I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
Shh. Oh, whoops.
Why is the next moveset taking so long? Because I'm being lazy.
He's also working on other things.
I'm working on it on a very slow pace, but there's also a lot of video games that I've been wanting to play.
Yo, same?
It'll happen eventually, don't worry. It will happen eventually. I could just start doing the Valve thing where, like, every time someone asks, I just push it back another day. I'm not gonna do that. I'm joking. Please don't leave.
Oh.
Mario being voiced by Maurice LaChar, Luigi by Tom Kenny, and Toad by Keith Ferguson? I
We hate Leafeon? Who is we?
don't know. Don't let my sister hear you say that.
Like, who is we?
My sister would actually track you down. Like, Sophia's been waiting for the day Leafeon finally got added, and she's...
We. Ah.
Use a better skin tone here. We'll do this. That's better.
The stream crashed earlier, but
Well, it didn't crash. My power went out. So it went offline until I finally got it back.
we is everyone besides you. Okay.
Alright, time to start coloring in Sasha. Sasha.
Who touched my gun? Would you rather be allergic to sugar or be forced to wear ponchos 24/7?
Why though?
That seems like a weird choice of.
Yeah, like...
A weird combination of choices. I mean, I'm sure sugar allergy is a real thing.
I mean, honestly...
But why would you be forced to wear a poncho?
No. You forgot to change the thing to always say no to your surrenders, didn't you, Brandon?
That's an option thing, isn't it?
Yeah. You gotta go in the settings for that, yeah.
Yeah, we should do that.
color's the handle? I'll just color most of the thing black, and then I'll go in and fix it as I go.
Yeah, like I honestly, if you're, well, diabetics aren't allergic to sugar. They just can't have as much sugar.
Brandon would know.
I would know. I'm a type 2 diabetic. And I absolutely hate it. But that doesn't mean I just can't have sugar.
Just means you gotta be more moderate than most people do.
Yeah.
He called you diabetic lol? I'm sorry?
That's not funny. That's not funny.
You good,
like,
bro?
What?
You good?
Like what?
Like, if you thought I meant that as a joke, I didn't. Brandon really is diabetic.
Yeah, like...
You good?
It's like, what's going on? What do you mean, who? What? We're moving on from this. How's everyone else doing?
Would you rather not brush your teeth for a month or not shower for a month? I'd rather die.
How about neither?
Yeah, I'd rather die, actually. So... Hey Malik, welcome back. Listen, I'm sure choosing either option is no problem for most melee players, but not for me. Sorry.
Who would win in a fight, Superman or Goku? That question's been answered since time memorial.
Well, whether or not people accept that answer is a different issue entirely.
Yeah.
Path 9th grade, moving on to summer vacation? Cool. I haven't had summer vacation in years.
Congratulations on leveling up. I fear for the rest of your high school year.
Oof.
I'm speaking from experience.
Actually, Brandon, there is a chance that Flareon can be coming to Unite pretty soon.
Ah, love to hear it.
Go to the
bring in the rest of the.
Yeah, I can show you what are making people think that. Go to the main menu. So you see how on the left where it shows all the EV evolutions, they have these wreaths with like colored flowers on them.
Yeah.
If you look in the background, like on the bar behind where your character's standing, you see those same colored flowers, right?
Yeah.
Look on the far right, behind Unite Battle.
Is that an orange flower?
Yeah.
Mmm.
That's why people are thinking that possibly Flareon can be next. Because I feel like at this point, they went ahead and added most of the evolutions. They may as well just go the whole mile. Like,
they have to. They absolutely have to.
like at least add Flareon and Jolteon. You can stop at Vaporeon though. No one cares about Vaporeon.
Somebody cares about Vaporeon. I'm telling you right now.
Flareon would be probably be a good all-rounder. Jolteon an attacker, not a speedster. If Jolteon's a speedster, they got to make it melee. And do you want Jolteon melee? No, you don't. You want it ranged. Jolteon's an attacker. And then Vaporeon can be probably a defender.
Vaporeon, yeah, Vaporeon would be a defender.
Interesting, though. So that means we're not going to get any supporter EVs.
Sylveon probably would have filled that role perfectly.
That's what I thought initially, too, but they chose not to, so, okay, whatever.
Okay, where would I find this?
Find what?
The settings that you were talking about?
Oh, they're going to be under battle info. Yeah, so there you go. Automatic opposed surrender vote. So put that onto on, and then put do not display surrender vote on. There you go. Now you will never see the surrender vote ever again.
I don't have to worry about people being salty.
Exactly. I mean, they're still going to be salty, but at least you can't see it now.
Which means we're probably opting ourselves to get reported by people more often.
They can't report us for not surrendering.
You're right. Yeah, Lapras is a big Pokemon. It's the right Pokemon for a reason.
That typo haunts you? What typo? Yeah. Technically, Lapras did get kind of shadow nerfed in this last after Leafeon came out. Shadow nerfed. It was more the only changes made to Pokemon were bug fixes, and the one made to Lapras was it had 2 bugs that they fixed on it. The first one was apparently the hitbox on Whirlpool would stay out even after Lapras is KO'd, so it can still technically damage and knock out Pokemon even after KO. And then some kind of bug fix on the Unite move. I don't quite understand what it was, but something happened with it.
I can answer that for him.
What's up?
I got a question. Who do you think is the best evolution in Pokemon Unite? And I'm like, I can answer that for him.
Yeah, most professional Pokemon Unite players can answer that for you right now. The answer is Comey. And
for those that don't get it, he means Glaceon.
No, don't explain the joke. It would have been funnier.
Well, I'm not explaining the joke. I'm just saying who you're talking about.
Like,
I didn't say why you refer to Glaceon as Comey.
People are probably super confused why I keep calling Glaceon Comey. I'll show you guys. Hold on. Give me a second. I'll show you. Actually, I don't even need to do that. I can just do this. Hold on. Open. Here it is.
Actually, my girlfriend really likes Glaceon too.
There. I made this image a bit ago. I still need to finish it. But this is like a bunch of the Comey can't communicate characters as Eevee evolutions. Because my sister put it into my mind, and she kept making the comparisons, and I was like, I have to draw this. I hate this, but I have to draw it. So, like, we have the Wallflower Totodile as Leafeon, shiny Glaceon as Comey, because if you look at a picture of Comey and Glaceon side by side, they are the same picture. So yeah, that's why I keep referring to Glaceon as Comey. Would I say that Espeon's good? And Unite, yeah, Espeon's very good right now. Really, all of the Eevee evolutions are actually really good right now. There's not a single one that's bad. They're all really solid.
It mainly just depends on your preference.
Unless it's Comey, because Comey's actually broken. So if you play as Comey, if you play as Comey, you're kind of a scrub.
It's PJ, he's a scrub.
I haven't touched Comey since they got overbuffed.
who do you mainly mess around with?
Of the Eevee evolutions?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be Leafeon after this, because I didn't really use Sylveon and Espeon all that much. It really was mostly Glaceon that I used, but I haven't touched it since it was buffed. Ironically enough.
So why is Aerial Ace so bad?
It just doesn't do as much as Leaf Blade. Because like Aerial Ace, it gives you it gives you a lot of dashes. Like it has a really small cooldown, and it has a charge, so you can dash a whole lot. And every time you do dash, it increases the damage of your next boosted attack. Thing is, that's all it does. Whereas Leaf Blade,
so it's more so for utility than anything.
yeah, Leaf Blade though is actually a killing move. Like it has a huge amount of range. It increases your sunlight. Like it actually increases your sunlight if it lands. Like it can get cooldown resets and such. Like it's just the better move. Like this is kind of a case where it's not so much that Aerial Ace is bad, it's just outclassed by Leaf Blade. That's kind of that's the situation here. Why do you think Valve don't do much weapon balances anymore when a weapon may need it? That's not really a me question. That's a Maniac question.
Yes, BJ does still have plans for new What If moveset videos. Just give it time. He wants to get these thumbnails out of the way.
Well, not out of the way. I don't plan on having all the thumbnails come out first and then back to movesets, because then we won't be having movesets for another year.
Some of the movesets out of the way. Some of the thumbnails out of the way. Sorry.
Like I said, I'm just having a little lazy break. That's all it is.
So, and it's not like y'all are devoid of content in the meantime.
I know me live streaming probably isn't as exciting as the movesets.
It's because the chat can't be as. It's because the chat can't be children as much in live streams as they can in. Moveset videos.
Heavy has no beard. Don't worry, I'll give him his beard. Don't worry, it's like the blush. I know. Not having a beard, not having that 5 o'clock shadow on Heavy is like not having any blush on Kirby. I know. Don't you worry your pretty little head.
You hear that, chat? The streamer called y'all pretty. Y'all better say thank you. The dream of a full team of evolutions in a MOBA game can finally be realized.
Will I post a picture of Heavy and Freddy Fazbear and the Freddy Fazbear Rangers on the community tab? I probably should actually start posting this stuff on the community tab because I really, because yeah, like I've been posting a lot of these stuff like on Twitter. I haven't been posting on the community tab. I probably should start doing that.
Oh dear. I am being pinged. I will be right back.
Okay. We've been abandoned again, guys. Can you believe this? I need to see a better image of the, hold on. There we go. Draw in the Heavy's fisty patch. There we go. Then I need to add the orange to the top of each of his bullets. And for this, I will do this. Alright, later, Princess. Later, Ozma. Actually, I got work in the morning, too. I forgot about that. It's alright. I don't gotta be there till 11, so it's fine. I should be able to get Heavy done tonight. Should. So we know. No more unexpected power outages happen. Speaking of which, this is your warning now. Save. If you're playing a video game or working on art like I am, save. Consider this your courtesy call. go. I can turn these back on. Okay. Definitely lacking a little. Definitely lacking a bit of life there in the Heavy's face. In fact, I think I made his pupils a little too big. Let me fix that real quick. Hopefully when I start adding blush and shades and such, that'll fix things up a little bit. Actually, I think I should just... I probably should just do this for Heavy. There we go, that's better. Okay, let's start shading. Just noticed I missed a little spot down here. Let me just fix that. There we go. Thank you, Dylan. End the stream? Why? I just started it back up. Why would I end a stream that I just started back up? Seems kind of counterproductive, don't you think? Make it a little easier. What is Gary Schwartz's favorite sandwich? Is it cream cheese and jelly sandwiches? That's my favorite sandwich. Therefore, that'd be his favorite sandwich too, right? That's how that works? Incorrect? Well, I'm headcanoning it to be correct then. That's my headcanon and you can't change it. That is Gary Schwartz's favorite sandwich now. BLT? Nope, that's incorrect. It's cream cheese and jelly sandwiches, because I said so. I need to make a cream cheese and jelly sandwiches to affirm my beliefs. And now it sounds like you're trying to infringe on my beliefs. Is that what it is, huh? Huh? No. Don't look for proof. That's my one weakness. Don't look for the specific statements. Just take my word for it, I swear.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Brandon, tell the chat that Gary Schwartz's favorite sandwich is a cream cheese and jelly sandwich.
Wait, what?
Tell the chat that Gary Schwartz's favorite sandwich is a cream cheese and jelly sandwich.
Gary Schwartz's favorite sandwich is cream cheese and jelly sandwich.
There, see? There's my proof, guys. I have my source.
Like that, and joking aside, that actually is a really good combination, especially if you put it between bagels.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Like, that wasn't me. That wasn't me committing to the bit. That actually is a really good sandwich.
That is a sandwich that I've been eating for pretty much all my life. Because my grandma would make it for me a lot when I was a kid, and I'm still eating it to this day.
Thank you for reminding me I need to get more bagels. Tomorrow's Friday, and I haven't streamed all week. I'm sad.
Oh well, I'm glad you're enjoying my content, Apple. Hope I can put a smile on your face. I'm glad it's able to do that for you.
You know what? I should make some food real fast. I'm sure BG's gonna want to take a break after this. I'm not sure how he's gonna feel about some Unite or something afterwards.
I can play some Unite after this. I can't stay up too late, but
That's fine.
depends on how fast how long it'll take me to finish Heavy, which I'm shading him now, so hopefully it shouldn't take too long.
I just need to get some content out.
I'll go see if Sophia wants to join us at all.
I want to get the other Devil May Cry games, but the only other one that I don't have is Devil May Cry 1.
You can probably skip that one.
1?
Yeah. It's not terrible, but it's very antiquated compared to what's...
Yeah, like I played it and beaten it. I enjoyed it. It's just, I mean, out of the ones that are on the Switch, 3 is obviously the better one, and I already have that.
Five is just the best one overall, though.
Yeah, but it's not on Switch yet, if at all.
I don't think it will be.
Yeah, I don't think it will be either. I would like to try 5 though. I played 4 too. I thought 4 was.
4 was really. I enjoyed 4 quite a bit actually. 4 was really good.
Yeah.
Like I was worried about 4 at first when I was starting it up because everyone was like it's so bad, and as it turns out, it's just people hating Nero for no reason because Nero's great. 5 though is amazing.
I've seen how good 5 is.
I still remember how like I beat that game. Like the final battle with Virgil. I literally did the thing where like I ended it by snatching him out of the air and just pile driving him into the ground. Like Sophia and I were both literally just like yo. That was like the hypest I've ever felt in a video, like playing a video game in a long time. Like that was such an amazing moment.
Ooh, Crisis Core is on sale. I bet I own 3 different copies.
I still need to play my version of Crisis Core.
I don't have a problem, I promise. Crisis Core just happens to be my favorite game of all time.
Listen, if 1000 Year Door were on multiple systems, I'd probably have multiple versions of that too.
Give it time. I am heavily suspecting the GameCube stuff to be available for Switch at some point in time. I really think that's going to be next.
Maybe. We don't know yet, though. That said, did you see the Persona 3 remake got super leaked?
I know.
It's like, oh.
Very, very cool and interesting that Persona 3 is getting a remake. Too bad Yukari's in it.
Yukari? What?
She's the first girl and party member you meet in the game.
Oh, well.
And I absolutely hate Yukari.
Well, I'm just saying, whoever it was that accidentally spilled those beans is having a really bad day right now.
Probably.
Like, you know, that guy got super fired.
I mean, I own multiple different versions of Minecraft as well, so Minecraft's a good game. I would love to do like Minecraft sessions again.
I think shading the minigun is going to be the hardest part, but hopefully it won't be too bad.
Yeah, that's some stuff. Hopefully that readjustment I made to frickin' syncing my account to Discord will fix that bot issue I was having.
Thoughts on the new Minecraft updates?
There's a new Minecraft update?
Yeah, good question. Like, Brandon and I have not touched Minecraft in a while.
I mean, I haven't. I booted it up recently just to like keep it updated, but I haven't exactly like played it because I'm not really keen on like doing Minecraft adventures on my own. But it's also one of the reasons. But I'm also trying to bring that back in a sense. So. Okay, now that that's done, I can, I'm ready.
What's up?
No, I was making some edits before we played Unite.
Telling you though, man, this year has been like a year for video games. There's too many good ones. Too many. Pikmin 4 next month, man. Why are they doing this to us, Brandon? Brandon.
Hey, what's up?
Why are they doing this to us?
Doing what now?
Making too many good video games.
Okay, so at least they're releasing them when nothing else major is going on.
No, there is stuff major going on. Other video games.
They're not releasing so close to each other, though. That was the problem.
But they're lasting so long, they may as well be close to each other.
One day I'll start Phoenix, right?
I still need to get the new one.
I have the new one. I started that one for a bit, but that was like a while ago. I kind of forgot everything, but that's probably for the best because if we ever do content on that game, I want to have a fresh perspective.
Nah, not me. If I'm playing a Phoenix Wright game, I want to play it. I love every single Phoenix Wright game that I've played. Even the boy that people claim are bad. Nah, you're bad.
What games do they consider bad?
The 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, so
like
yes ones.
Well, Apollo Justice is the 4th one, and that was on the DS. But yeah, like Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice were, 3DS. But point still stands. Like those games are so polarizing to a lot of people because it's either you really love them or really hate them. And honestly, I don't know why.
What entry is cause freaking what is it? Ace Attorney Chronicles are like 2 separate games, right?
Chronicles?
Yeah, because wasn't there like a hold on, I gotta look it up. I thought because when they said Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, I thought those were like 2 separate games put into one.
I don't know. I do not know the context of what you are speaking.
The new one. What about the Professor Layton and Ace Attorney crossover? Well, that's technically a spin-off.
I played that one too. I remember enjoying it, but dang did it have a convoluted story.
I never played it either. Okay. I know we're getting another Professor Layton game, surprisingly, and then there's Ghost Trick coming back.
Yay! Ghost Trick! The sad thing is, I do not even remotely remember anything about the Ace Attorney Professor Layton crossover game. I just remember enjoying it. I don't remember anything about its plot, though. Like, that game was kind of hard to follow.
Actually, another drop ball. We didn't get an announcement for like the next Resident Evil remake.
5, from what I'm hearing, I think is one that people are saying really did need a remake.
Didn't need one?
Did need one.
Oh,
4 was the one that people were saying didn't need a remake, but 5 was the one that were saying that one did need a remake.
Well, I suspect 5 is gonna get the remake treatment, which I would be perfectly down for.
Yeah, no doubt. Like they're already on this train. May as well keep it going.
Yeah, but I know other people are like. The question is, are they gonna do 5 first, or are they gonna do Code Veronica X first?
Like
that's the question. But I mean, I'd totally be down for like 5 getting the remake treatment because I mean, I heard the co-op in 5 is really fun.
Which probably means it'll be online.
Well, yeah, because OG 5 was.
Yeah, because if there's one thing that Capcom is not shy about, it's making all their games online.
Well, I would benefit from it. I mean, I thought it'd be cool if they like. Well, I mean, I guess the 2-player Mercenaries thing wasn't really a thing until. Well, no, because Mercenaries was a thing before. Never mind. I guess. 2-player Mercenaries wasn't a thing until 5, so that would be a good time for them to do it.
Do I know Dangerous Bride, the Twitter user with Resident Evil art and stuff? I can't say I know who that is. You're asking, is Leon that naive towards Ada, especially towards her advances? No. I mean, I don't know who you're talking about in terms of the artist, but in terms of Ada and her advances, no, Leon is definitely not naive about that kind of stuff. Normally he'll just try to play it off in his own dorky way.
That's true. think it wasn't plugged in. God. Okay. Resident Evil 3 Remake, you can skip that one, especially if you want to see Nemesis as an actually cool and threatening and not just a joke. Well, I mean, I don't really care about that. I mean, I wanted to try 3 because compared to 2 anyway, from what I know, it's a lot more like shorter and linear, and I'd be perfectly fine with just breezing through stuff like that.
Well, Resident Evil 3 was always trying to be its own thing in the first place.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't see that. I don't really see that as a detriment to it. I mean, plus I played the demo of 3 and I enjoyed it. So I mean,
I still find it hilarious that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite put in Nemesis over Wesker. That will never not be funny to me.
They gave us Nemesis in Infinite, but we still don't have Jill. Hey, Chris never fought Nemesis.
And yet somehow he knew who Nemesis was in the story.
For someone who's never played a Resident Evil game, what's a good game to start? I'd say 4 is probably a good place to start.
Well, 4 if you don't care about the chronological stuff and just want the gameplay, but
yeah, I mean, I guess the Resident Evil games do follow a chronological like story sense. So I mean,
like 4 is generally seen as the best one.
Yeah, I also see it as the easiest to get into.
Like, and even as someone who doesn't really play Resident Evil games, like even I, like just from the Let's Plays that I've seen, even I agree. Like 4 is just amazing.
Yeah, like I played through 4 for the first time. I streamed 4 for the very first time ever because it took me a lot to say, hey, it took me a lot to get me to say, hey, I'm actually gonna stream a horror game for once, and I did this on Twitter already, but I actually had to thank Some Call Me Johnny for giving me that push to actually try the Resident Evil games after all of the reviews I've been watching from him. So, like, and I heavily, as someone who I never thought in a day of my life I would ever play Resident Evil games, I really did enjoy Resident Evil 4. And yeah, 4 is also like 4 is also one of those Resident Evil games where you're not going to find yourself getting incredibly lost in, like Resident Evil 1. But I also hear people talk really good things about 1. Like, if you actually don't mind like the exploring sense and the puzzle solving and all that stuff, I mean, yeah, you could try 1. In fact, actually hear myself say this, that's a good reminder to let everyone know, if you do care about playing any of the Resident Evil games, they're on sale right now. So like whether you get them on Switch or Steam, I think, and PlayStation or whatever, yeah, all the RE games are on sale. So I mean, if you're looking to save money and you want to try the RE game, like, go for it. The remake is really good, yes. Whether or not it's better than the original is, I guess, up to personal preference. But
from what I'm hearing, the 4 remake is just kind of a superior version.
Yeah, but I know people will like speak on its. I know people will speak on the original's merits as well. So I mean,
well, that'll be the case for any game.
Yeah, so I mean, that's why I say it's a matter of preference. But if you want a general consensus, yeah, the remake is super good. From what I hear, though, Resident Evil 3 Remake isn't great. It's fine, but it gets rid of a lot of the best parts, and again, just butcher Nemesis to the point where he's practically just a gag. Well, I mean, as someone who's never played the original Resident Evil 3, that probably doesn't apply to me. Or matter to me, for that matter. It's like, I never played the OG Resident Evil 4 at all until... I mean, I own it, but I never played it because I ended up just getting the remake. I think it was I think I got it after I got the 4 remake, and I said I would play the OG at a later point just to compare between that and the remake. But I haven't touched the OG RE4 yet on my Switch. I played through the remake first and heavily enjoyed myself. So I mean, I don't really have that perspective of the OGs versus the remakes like everyone else seems to. But for someone like me, I probably wouldn't care. So,
though, You know what? Come to think of it, I'm trying to recall. Has there ever been, like, a remake, not a port, a remake of a game that was universally considered inferior to the original?
I'm sure there have been a few. I can't recall which ones off the top of my head, though.
Because I feel like most remakes I hear about end up being better than the originals. If not, at least on par.
I don't think. Like, what games do we know did get remakes?
Like,
Not counting Final Fantasy VII,
like recently,
or just in general. Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes.
that was the GameCube remake, wasn't it?
Was it?
I didn't hear anything bad about that game. That was considered bad? Or worse than the original?
Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
That
I mean,
that is incorrect, good sir.
Yeah. I was like, I thoroughly enjoyed Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I think literally the only thing I was miffed about Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire is that they took away the game corner, but that didn't deter my experience.
But that also wasn't the fault of the game itself. That was just Japanese laws. Like they technically could have kept it, but it would have brought the game's age rating up, and Nintendo doesn't want that happening.
Yeah. But other than that, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire was perfectly fine. I've been hearing more bad than good. Remember what kind of community you're dealing with here. Like, Pokemon fans will literally say that every game is bad. Like, this is literally a case of form your own opinion, play the games for yourself. It's like, stop listening to the masses.
I loved Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I enjoyed Shining Pearl. And this is coming from someone who, yes, I did play the original Pearl on DS back when I owned it.
I actually would say that Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl is better than the original Diamond Pearl. But the issue is it's still Diamond Pearl.
I mean, yeah, at its core, it is still Diamond and Pearl, but they were still good games. So the remake format is obviously still good games. Y'all gotta stop listening to what Pokemon fans be saying. Like, form your own opinion. If you enjoy the games, forget what everyone else is saying.
But Brandon, we're Pokemon fans.
I said fan in air quotes. Would you rather I just say the community as a whole?
Just don't listen to anyone.
That's facts. I already don't trust most of y'all. Only listen to Kirby. You're right.
Yeah, only trust Kirby. There you go. Exactly. Now you're catching on. It's like I said, everyone in Kirby is a villain except for Kirby.
Would you trust me? Get back to me on that.
Only trust Kirby.
I wouldn't even trust Kirby with my drink. You wouldn't have to. Like, you are obligated to give Kirby a drink if he's thirsty. Now I'm gonna get everyone in chat asking me, "Oh, do I trust them?" And it's like, come on.
Oh, chat. The answer's no.
Don't give me the baby doll eyes, chat. Now everyone's gonna start giving me the baby doll eyes. I'm gonna check Twitter real fast.
You know what's funny? You know what Sophia discovered about herself recently?
What's up?
You know what Sophia discovered about herself recently?
What?
She hates kids. Cause like our other sister Brianna, she's currently dating a guy who has a kid from a prior relationship, and she's a good kid, mind you. She's not a bad kid by any means, but Sophia just did not like having to babysit or do any of that stuff. So she just does not like kids.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Didn't know that the kid was kind of sick when they came down here this past week, so kind of super gross Sophia out. I like kids, but I'm very much the kind of it's like I don't mind kids, just take them back afterward. I do not want kids of my own, like, at all. Which is funny because it's like, I remember for a long time, like, I knew I kind of didn't want kids, but then when I was dating my first girlfriend back in high school, I'm sure you remember her, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
She super wanted kids. So me being the kind of pre-whipped boyfriend that I am, I was like, okay, we'll have kids. And then we broke up. And then it's like, and I no longer want kids anymore. And then when I was with my last girlfriend, they also did not want kids. So I'm like, cool, neither do I. Didn't matter in the end because we ended up breaking up, but point still stands. I don't want kids.
Yeah. And then the concept of HMs just got removed entirely.
And then there's Urba Mystica. Oh, excuse me.
Honestly, the Urban Mystica thing is kind of like pretty cool and interesting. How they went about it.
I super actually can't wait for tomorrow's Pokemon anime episode because Nimona is going to make an appearance in tomorrow's anime episode.
Ooh.
So we're gonna finally get to see Nimona properly animated. See what her deal will all be about.
Oh, whoopsie.
Apparently, what's his face? The grass type gym leader from Galar is also gonna be in it. Forgot his name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about though.
Fun fact: Did you know that? Did you know that Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is a prequel? Yes, just like how Undertale 2 is a prequel. Completely trigger everybody in the chat. Want to know the fastest way to get on an Undertale on an Undertale slash Deltarune fan's nerves? Call Deltarune either a prequel or a sequel. Call it either one of those. That'll be the fastest way to get an Undertale slash Deltarune fan like completely just ready to kill.
There's.
Did someone just join?
I did.
Brian.
Brandon.
Welcome to my late night continued stream because I was streaming earlier and then my power went out because of storms.
Oh, man, Zeus really does not like you.
No, he doesn't. I was planning on just not continuing, but then I was like, no, I want to keep drawing. So now I'm still drawing. Actually, I keep forgetting to do this part for you guys. You gotta remind me. There you go.
Also, Brandon, I saw you on Dr. Crafty today.
Yeah, you did.
What were you doing with Dr. Crafty?
You were doing Mario Kart streams.
I was just chilling.
And then I put him in a cube.
What?
I put him in a cube.
Why'd you put him in a cube?
With what?
Why'd you put him in a cube?
Because he tried to put me in one.
Why'd you do that, Brandon?
Wait, I didn't do anything.
Why'd you do that, Brandon?
I didn't do anything.
Brian, why'd Brandon do that?
What? Suddenly Brian's gone.
Brian?
Was that?
Up.
Oh.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just at work.
Oh.
So you're not good then?
No. See, I was supposed to have the day off today, but nope.
What happened?
So the person who's usually with us on second shift, they caught COVID.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and because nobody on day shift wants to cover for that shift because checks notes, they don't want to do it.
Why didn't you say you want... Wait, why didn't you use that excuse, Brian?
Because everyone else already used that excuse, so I couldn't.
Oh. Don't you hate it when that happens? People stealing your excuses.
Yeah. I mean, good news at the very least is because I have been coming in early just to get everyone caught up once they come in. But so because of that, they do let me go home early.
Okay, that's a thing, I suppose.
Yeah, and also because I'm losing a lot of days off because of this, they're going to try to compensate me with having some extra days off when they do come back.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That works. Ish.
So heavy.
This is a heavy. How heavy is heavy, by the way?
Good question.
Maniac, do you know the answer to that one? Are you a true Team Fortress fan? Do you know the heavy's weight?
Oh, big is heavy.
You have to check. Up, fake fan. He doesn't know offhand, guys. Pal World? Can't say I've heard of that one. What is Pal World?
Oh, I know Pal World.
Is it a world where you can make pals?
It's basically Pokemon, but guns.
Oh. That doesn't sound nearly as fun.
Basically, just imagine being able to catch, like, a bunch of Pokemon, but then, put them through slave labor and also give them guns.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
But BJ, it's the long-awaited Pokemon gun version.
There's a reason why it doesn't exist. Guns are not fun.
You're saying that while drawing heavy?
Yes.
Can you believe this, chat?
That's why when I play heavy, I just punch.
I mean, get no.
Is Ocelot in the game? I don't know. Is Ocelot in the game, Brian?
No.
Man. Such an unfun game. No game is fun until Ocelot's in it. That's the rules.
Exactly. I need a character who is able to triple cross me so many times because he wants to get with his long lost boyfriend, Big Boss.
You think he's making jokes, Jack, but that's actually that is pretty much the plot.
Yeah. Yeah, Ocelot missed his war buddy so much that he tried to do everything he could to, like, fight him again. He was so wowed by Big Boss. But BJ, I have a question for you. What's 9 plus 11 across the face?
The spy.
Heavy!
No, it's the spy.
The heavy is a spy.
There are a few spots here I'm gonna have to bring down the lightness on. There we go. So far, so good. Heavy is looking heavy.
What about Sasha? Is Sasha looking heavy?
I'm fairly certain I can't even pick Sasha up, for real here. Can any of us here pick up Sasha? Chat, who here can pick up Sasha? Like, for real, for real.
Pick her up on a date, or?
Have we talked about the new games shown today? A little bit. Mainly just the Sonic one.
Can't believe it, guys. We're getting new content.
We're actually getting video games? I can't believe this. Probably should make the area around Heavy's eyes a little darker. What do you guys think? I'll make them dark, and then I'll do a cool thing here. You guys want to see me do a cool thing? There we go. Cool things. And then I'm gonna add a little value to the Heavy's face so he doesn't look so flat here. Heavy has a lot of blush on him actually, which is funny. He's very red in the face. Wrong layer! I hate it here. Right layer. You think this 5 o'clock shadows be a smidge lighter? I can make it a smidge lighter. We'll see. I'm just gonna add a little bit of just the stuffs around his arms. Give him more of a fleshy look. There we go. Okay. How is Heavy looking, guys? So far, anyway. That is super cursed, Heavy without the 5 o'clock shadow. Let me try a little bit of texturing here. Hold on. There we go. Okay, what am I missing here? I'm gonna add a little bit more shadow under his eyes. Let me do this. Hi and bye. Well, hi and bye to you as well. Trying to think. What else does this big man need? Oh, you know what? Actually, I did forget one little thing. No, not the sandwich. He's firing that gun. A lot of it's going to be kind of off screen, but that's okay. Oops. Hold on. Let me do this, actually. 'Cause I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to mess the quality of this up. Let me save this first.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
It has food.
And I'm just finishing up Big Man.
Yeah.
How's it look, Brandon?
Looking good so far.
Let me see how it looks first without the muzzle flash. Honestly, I don't think I need it. Just based on the fact that the gun's already kind of off screen over there. What I do need is the Team Fortress 2 icon. Which, as we all know, very simple, very easy to make a deal right here.
Yeah.
Done. Perfect. No, don't continue the music. It's perfect. Perfect where it ended. All right. Heavy weapons guy thumbnail. How's it look, everyone? Anything you think I should probably try to fix on it, or actually, I already see one little tiny thing down here. What happened here?
Wait, what happened?
It's like this little spot on like the bullets wrapped around his body. We're doing some weird things here. Hold on. That looks better. There we go. Okay, resave it. I wish there was a way to replace smart images like in Kazooie Paint like you can in Photoshop, but whatever. There we go. Alrighty. I'd say heavy weapons guy is heavy weapons done.
Sick.
Alright. Let me go ahead and save this. Put it into the video. And then that's where we will call it. Well, apologies that I wasn't able to get to Freddy today. You can blame Zeus for that one. Alrighty, so go ahead and so next time we meet, which will be next weekend or next week, we'll start work on Freddy. This is the thumbnail that I got for Freddy, or the pose that I got for Freddy based on. I could also show you guys the poses that I got for Knuckles as well as Agumon. For those who didn't see them when I posted them on Twitter. Let's see. Here is Knuckles. I said, here is Knuckles. How's that pose look for him, guys?
You been messing around with Source Code Maker some more?
Yeah, I've been.
Oh, okay.
Then, oops. Here is Agumon. As well as War Greymon. So what I'm probably going to do for Agumon and War Greymon is, like, Agumon will be the one on the left, and War Greymon will kind of be, like, towards the... I'm sorry, no, Agumon will be on the right, and then War Greymon will be on the left, but kind of appearing out of, like, code and such. If that makes any sense. But alrighty, we're gonna call it. No, I'm not gonna be able to stream tomorrow because I have work tomorrow. I gotta go back to Pizza Hut. Alrighty, so before I say alrighty again, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream there. Brandon and I are gonna go play some Pokemon's Unites, and we will catch you all later. Have a good night, everyone.
Hope y'all have fun.